I am 2 days away from my big surgery coming up, and I've spent the last couple of days explaining to you the procedures that we've got going on. I'm doing several big procedures at once. I'm doing a tummy tuck with liposuction, as well as a gynecomastia surgery, and I'm doing pelvic lift surgery. Today I'm going to talk to you about the gynecomastia. A lot of big words going into these surgeries. Yesterday I uploaded a video regarding my tummy tuck surgery. That is going to be a fleur-de-lis surgery, which is a vertical as well as a horizontal cut to maximize the amount of skin that they're going to be able to get rid of. And then they're going to be sculpting with liposuction. Talked about not in great detail in the past. My primary video, my first video I uploaded, I kind of gave an overview of everything I had done and what I plan to do in the upcoming days. I've also had done a pantycolectomy, which essentially is an apron removal, which is after I lost over 200 pounds from my heaviest, which was 506. I had a large apron kind of hanging down here with fat and lots of extra skin and whatnot. So I was able to get rid of that. And today I just want to spend a few minutes talking to you about my gynecomastia surgery. So I've spent a large portion of my adult life, nobody's 100% sure how long, with pituitary adenoma, which was a tumor that sat on my pituitary gland. My pituitary gland, of course, controls everything that has to do with making us who we are. It controls our hormones. And I didn't know it, but I spent a lot of time, potentially a lot of years, with a very, very low testosterone, high estrogen count. And it's crazy because you don't even notice it until, something big happens. And in my case, I had lost my vision twice before I even really started to take it serious. And had the MRI that led me to that solution, that answer. But I developed several crazy things. Acromegaly was one of them. And I haven't spoke about acromegaly before, but you'll see in my forehead here, I'll give you a profile view. My forehead is extra big. It never really stopped growing. And it's funny because it's one of those things you don't really pay attention to until you know what acromegaly is, and you're like, wow, that's why I got such a big head, I wore a 4X football helmet in high school. And it just blows my mind, that there was a reason for all of this whole time and never even knew what it was, I continued, due to my pituitary adenoma, to have an excessive overgrowth of growth hormone, or overproduction of growth hormone. So anyway, that led to acromegaly and several other crazy situations. But one of them it also contributed to greatly was male breasts. And I spent my entire life with them. A lot of it, I believe, a lot of the time was just fat, being overweight. I was morbidly obese my entire life. But a large portion of it as well was coupled with gynecomastia, because I had an excessive overproduction of estrogen and low testosterone count for a lot of years. So ironically, a lot of it tied back to this tumor that I spent a lot of years not even knowing I had. So that in itself is a crazy video, and we could talk about that another time. But I try to keep them short so that way I can maintain your interest throughout the video. Please feel free to check out my channel, add me up, subscribe. That way you'll see them as they come out. I'm going to continue uploading. I got one more day to upload before my surgery, and then after my surgery I'm going to upload lots of videos talking about my healing, my recovery. So please feel free to subscribe and follow me and go on this journey with me a little bit here, especially if there's any of you out there who are considering doing it yourself. Okay, so let's talk gynecomastia in this video. Male breasts, and it happens to a lot of us. Myself, not only do I have male breasts, due to the overproduction of estrogen, but I'm also I'm still fat, and I have a lot of leftover skin and fat from my weight loss journey. I had gastric sleeve surgery a couple years ago, and it's just it's changed my entire life. It saved my life. And so now we're kind of on the backside of that, getting rid of a lot of the stuff that I've dealt with, and living my dream finally, being able to actually kind of live life as a semi-normal person which is crazy, but it is possible. And for all you out there who doubt that, let me be your example. It is possible. I promise you, I will get some pictures uploaded of me before, and I think that on one of my videos you see one on there of me when I was 400. That wasn't even me at my largest. So anyway, bear with me here. But anyway, I want to show you a before and what I'm working with right now, what I'm dealing with as far as my male breasts, my gynecomastia, and it'll serve not only to show you that you're not alone, but to give you an idea of what it's going to look like before and after. And you're going to have to ignore this part here. You'll see this was my panniculectomy surgery, was what I've got going on, and it kind of left a mushroom, kind of muffin top situation going on here after they cut off the apron. And this is all going to be taken care of with the fleur-de-lis that I spoke about. They're going to vertical and horizontal, and they're going to be able to tighten this all up and pull it all in and get rid of all this extra fat. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. So here we go. Let's talk about these. It's what I've lived with my whole life. They've really never gotten much bigger than this, much smaller than this. I'll give you a side view on both sides. And, you know, it's unfortunately part of living life morbidly obese. You either got to get used to it, or you got to live a life of shame, which I spent a lot of years doing, afraid of what everybody was saying and thinking about you. But fortunately for me, the last several years of my life, I've been able to learn to love who I am, in spite of that. So now I'm following my dream, and I'm getting ready to have these surgeries that I've always wanted to have. And I hope that y'all stay with me on this journey here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. There's not a whole lot I can think of off the top of my head, but you see that I'm dealing with what a lot of you dealt with, and a lot of you are currently dealing with. I'll answer any questions that you have. Add me up, follow me, like the video if it helps you out. And 2 more days, and these bad boys are going to be gone. So I'm really excited about that. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.